Okay, so just finishing off Henry Akins Nogi side control. So thanks that way, bro. So we addressed last time. I have side control and Matthew manages to turn into me. Perfect. And we looked at how to address that, but he can also turn away from me. If I was here and because if I'm crushing him, really putting him under a lot of pressure from this position, it makes sense to get on the side. He can turn into me. Options from here, he can put me in the guard or escape to his knees. If he was turning away from me, obviously he's not going to stay here. We already covered this. He'd be doing a kickback and then turning away. Perfect. Obviously, turning away is risky because if he turns away and I have seatbelt, obviously I'll be chair sitting. I'm taking the back. I'm playing the game from there. But in this part of the system, because Henry Akins just wants to flatten people from side control and crush them with weight distribution, how can we actually, if they turn away, just get them flattened out from here? So first option from here is, if he turns away and I have seatbelt or an underhook, this right hand is going to cup Matthew's right bicep. Notice the way my right elbow is in front of his belly. From there, I'm just going to peel it and put it in his lat. So it's just this position here. Now as I start to bring my right elbow back to my hip, I'm going to start lifting my knees off the mat and using my weight to flatten Matthew out. Now I need to bring my head to the far shoulder, and once I have that flattened out, I'm going to put my sternum on his shoulder blade, the one that's closest to me. Now if Matthew tries to turn onto the side again, it's not going to happen. So one more time on that. So we're in side control and he manages to turn onto the side, and I have obviously harness or the underhook. Notice the way from here, I just cup the bicep and bring my elbow to this side. Okay. Once I'm there, notice the way my head is on the side of the underhook. I'm going to bring my head to the far shoulder. To do that, I lift my knees off the mat and use my body weight to flatten them out. Notice the way my head is coming to the far shoulder, and then I put my sternum on his right shoulder, and if he tries to turn away from me, it's not going to happen. That's if you have the underhook. If he's tight and I'm in side control and he rolls away from me and there's no way I can get under this, okay, he can't tuck both elbows, and this bottom elbow is very, very hard to stop me getting a profile on. So my right hand just comes underneath and you'll always get control of that elbow. Now again, this is a great grip to get, especially if he's very quick at getting to his knees, because now if he just tries to do his kickback and get to these, it's just not going to happen. So now all I'm doing from this position is I bring my left arm from behind his head till in front, and I just pull up on his elbow, and now from there I'm creating that space. I want to remove, I'll never flatten him up if my sternum is right behind his shoulder blade from here. So I put the weight on my arm, and as I pluck with the elbow, I'm lifting my sternum up and just flattening him out. The goal is to lift it up so far. Watch what happens to Matthew's right shoulder when I lift this up. It moves back towards me. So I'm looking to kind of get it to this angle. And once I get it past that 90-degree bit, I'm just putting a weight on it from here. So again, we've got to there. I couldn't get the underhook. I'm going to find that. Arm comes around, and now from there I can even switch my base, and now I'll just be pulling on that and then smearing it down. Again, my sternum is on that shoulder blade. If Matthew tries to turn away from me, I'm going to be putting all my weight on that. So, two methods of flattening them out if they turn away from you.